right. Good morning, good morning, family. What's good? Thank y'all for waking up for your success with me this morning. We are ready to rock and roll. How y'all feeling today? Drop it in the chat if you something that you're grateful for me. Let's start the day off with some gratitude. I am thankful for DeLorean and for this opportunity to be able to change my family's life. Okay, Nick Kim is grateful for life. Tiffany's grateful for waking up. Margaret is grateful for the opportunity. All right. So, I've been getting a lot of interest in. Well, first off, my name is Glenn. This is the newly rebranded Matrix Sniper YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, because this is one of many tutorials that we're going to be going through based on trading to help traders um, level up their game and trade more efficiently and more effectively. So um, I'm going to be talking about the MT4 terminal on the laptop versus on the phone, and on the benefits, the pros and cons of using that terminal versus trading on your phone. So let's get started. Can you guys see my screen with my MT4?
Are you recording, Glenn?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Yeah, this is going to be posted to the YouTube channel immediately after we are done. Okay, so you guys can see. Good. So on your broker's website, there should be a link to to download a terminal like this. This is the one for FX Sway, but they all pretty much look exactly like this. So you can go on your broker's website and find that and download it if you have not done so already. And that will that's pretty much how you do that. I'm not going to show it right now because I'm going to have to reshare my screen, but today we're going to go through how to use this and the benefits of using it. So first I'm going to start by once you open it up, you're going to have to link your account to it. So you will have to go to File and then log into Trade Account. And then your username and password from your broker, you put it in here and you choose the right server and click login. It'll bring up your account information. One of the reasons that I like using this is just because it's faster than, for me, it's faster than using the phone whenever you have to make changes really quick, especially when you're scalping versus, swing trading or, longer intraday trades. And so let's go through the different features. The one I like and use the most is the one-click trading right here, where you can click buy or sell, kind of like paper trading on TradingView. And you change your lot size right here, and then you just click buy or sell, and then you can change your stop loss and your take profit pretty easily. So let's do an example of that real quick. So this is US 30 mini. This is my demo account, so I am just going to be placing an example trade here. And I'm going to click buy, change my lot size, click buy. It entered me into the trade right here. To change my take profit and my stop loss, what I'm going to do is, since it's a buy, I'm going to click on this line here where it entered me. I'm going to drag this up and drop. Boom. That's my take profit, and my stop loss is going to be down here. I drag it down, and if you can see here to the left of the line, you can see how many pips and the amount that of risk that stop loss is gonna have if it hits stop loss, right? So I drag and I drop. It has stop loss right here. Take profit is up here. And if I want to see how much my TP is going to be, I just hover over the line. Same for the stop loss. I hover over the line, and it shows you your stop loss, how much you're going to lose if you hit stop loss. Right. So I like this because if I want to move my stop loss, I don't have to type in numbers. I can just click, drag, and drop. If I want to move it again, drag and drop. Right. So. You also can right click on here and modify or delete order, and then you can change your stop loss and take profit that way as well. That again to me takes a little bit longer when if you're trying to avoid getting your stop loss hit, or you're trying to avoid your take profit because you're deep in profit and you want to move it real quick. So I like the convenience of that. So I think that's a pretty good way to manage your trade on here versus on your phone. And you have a bigger screen, you can do more analysis. One of the things I recently learned is if you click on the crosshair, like right here, and then you click on any point on the chart on a candlestick, you click and drag, it tells you the number on the left is the number of candles that you drag across. The middle number is the number of pips, and then the last number is the price point that you're currently hovering at. So it's kind of like a ruler in TradingView. I recently learned that. I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't stay on the screen though, so you have to click and hold in order to see it, and then when you let go, it disappears. So that is how you enter and modify a trade. One of the things that we are doing a lot of lately is taking partials. And so let's look at how to do that. So if I want to take partials on this trade, I have a 1.0 lot size on US 30 mini. I'm going to right click on it, go to not close order, modify or delete order. And then I'm going to change this to market execution, and then change the volume to 0.5. So I'm closing out half of my 1.0 lot size. Or if I want to close out 20%, I type in 0.2. Or if I want to close out 80% of my stop loss, I type in 0.80. And it's this number because I currently have a 1.0. So whatever your lot size is, you just divide it by whatever percentage you want to multiply whatever percentage you want to close out, and then type that in there for your lot size, and then you click close. And I'm going to do 0.5 to close out this half of this. Boom. My lot size reduced from 1.0 to 0.5, and the trade is still going. So that I find to be very, very convenient. It is, and you can also do that on the phone as well, but that's a different interface. It looks a bit different than this. So one of the other things is you want to zoom out. You can click here with the magnifying glass. That's pretty straightforward. Here on the left, you have your symbols. So you can right click and go to symbols, and you can add whatever symbols you want. Forex majors are all the USD pairs, Forex crosses, and you just double click to select or deselect a pair. So that's pretty straightforward as well. And then you have cryptos, metals, exotics, whatever you want. You can save, you can open them up. It'll show up in here in this list. And you can also save a set. So if you create a list, you can save as and save it as a set, and then you can always come in here and change. Like if I'm trading indices today, I can save it as a set and then just come in and click this, and it'll it'll just open up that list that you saved previously. So you don't have to like scroll through a long, long list of stuff if you just want to focus on a couple pairs that day. Now, these are your time frames, obviously, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, etc. And you can also save layouts, just like, or templates they call it, just like in TradingView. So I have a couple that I made in here. This one is TDI. I have this one with these stuff that we don't use anymore, that I used to use. And you can also create your own TDI on here. So let's do this. So I created my own TDI on here, just the same way you do it on your phone. You add your RSI and your bands and the movement averages, and it'll come out like this. But how you add them is you go to Insert, Indicators, Trend. No, not Trend, Oscillators. And then you go to Relative Strength Index. That's your RSI. You start with that one, and then you add all the others as well. So Bollinger Bands, and then your movement averages is also under Trend. And you just follow the instructions in the TDI settings that are in the chat, and you put them in just like this, and set it up. So let's see. So indexes, let's do that. So one of the things that, like I was mentioning yesterday, is when we were in this trade for this Nas sell at the time when the news was up and Uncle Powell was speaking, he caused the market to sell off with his comments. And, we got into this trade here, this D-low right here. It's kind of hard to see, but let's look at this real quick. Let me zoom in. I can't zoom in anymore, but if you can see here, it shifted down and then shifted right back up and then gave a D-low right after. Normally, this would have been a shift if it didn't shift right here, but it shifted and immediately unshifted and then gave a D-low. So, yeah, I got in on this trade here and wrote it all the way down. But one of the things that I pointed out yesterday in the chat was on TradingView, when they got down to here, it was only like at the 35. It didn't hit the 30 yet. But on my broker, it had already tapped the 30. So I was like, I'm out. At this wick right here, I was like, I'm out. I'm done. And immediately it pulled back. So you definitely want to focus on your broker's screen, because this TDI here is what's going based off of these candles on your broker. Your broker doesn't know what Wanda or FX or Forex.com's candles on TradingView look like. So so you definitely want to focus on this one when you're trading. Okay, so if you can all... Okay, thanks. Cool. Yeah, Neil, like AGB watch list and TradingView. Is this synced to your mobile MT4 app? No, it's not. So you will have to set it up just like you set up your MT4 on your phone. But there are some added features that you can use, and I'm gonna go through those in a second. So yeah, you set up your TDI down here and your moving averages. You pretty much just go to Insert and click on Indicators and Trend and Moving Average. It'll bring up this window. Change this to exponential. Change this to whatever number you need, and the color, the length, and the line type. And then click OK. It'll pop up on the screen. If you want to change these indicators, you just right-click on them and bring up the period, the all of this stuff you can change. So let's look at this. So you can also you can also change the line chart if you like. You can change the background and the colors. So the grid lines, you can change the color of the candlesticks. Bar up, bold candle, and then boom, I have green candles instead of blue now. And then if I make a change and I want to save it, I click Save Template, and I name it. Let's name this one Test. Right, save. Now, if I want to, let's just say I change it somehow and I want to go back to that, I can come here, Test, and it'll bring right back up all my settings that I had before. So you don't have to do this all over again. So, and you can save multiple versions of your multiple layouts on your computer, and yeah, it will be there for you when you come back. Right? And if you make a change, you just save template and come back to it when you're ready. And let's see, anything else? If you want to close, one of the things that I do like is if you want to close, you just click on this X out and you're out, right? Or you can come in here, close order. You can also do trailing stops where it automatically moves your stop loss based on what you select here. So if you want to do like a 5 pip stop loss trailing and you're already like in profit, you can do that. But what I've noticed is whenever I do that, the broker can see your trailing stop. So they normally just pull back and hit your stop as soon as you set this. But if it's like in a trending run and it's impulsing up and you want to like catch as many pips as possible, you can use the trailing stop and set that and just let it ride. Let's see, we have Darren, this is downloaded from the broker's website. So on your broker's website at the top bar, it should have something that says downloads. So you go there and you click on the appropriate one for your computer, whether it's Mac or Windows. And there's also a web terminal that you can use on the browser that you can use as well. It's not it's the same as this actually. It's just on a website. And is 50 points the same as 5 pips? Yes. For regular pairs, 50 points is 5 pips. For indices, it's 500 pips, depending on your broker's contract size. So you need to check that. What most brokers on indices, 1 point is 10 pips, so 50 points would be 500 pips. So you just gotta be look at what you're trading to make sure you don't set a 500 pip stop loss, trailing stop loss. The difference between the web terminal and Windows is exactly the same. It's exactly the same as this. It's just on a website. So let's see here. Okay. Let's look at setting up pending order. If you click on new order up here, it'll bring up this window here. You change this from market execution to pending order. You change your type of pending order here, your entry price, stop loss, take profit, and your lot size. And you can also change the pair that you're on from right here. And then you can set an expiration date on it and then place it. And then once you do that, let's do one as an example. Pending order, let's do a sell limit at 141.51, and then I did not put my stop loss and take profit, so it did not enter. Sell stop 141.55. and then 141 14200 1401. And now I click place, and it set up my pending order. So once it drops down and it hits that purple line, it'll enter me into the trade. And hopefully now it cooperates and hits my pending so we can see exactly how it works. Come on, you can do it. You can also adjust your pending order by dragging and dropping. So I'm gonna help it out and move it up a little bit. And you can also move your take profit and stop loss the same way, drag and drop, right? So, and if I want to cancel this, I just click on the X right here. Wow, right? So, this is how I trade. I don't trade on my phone anymore. I think for me, it's better for me because I'm able to look at TradingView and then come right over here, click buy, sell, set my lot size, click buy or sell, and then really quickly move my stop loss and take profit, rather than trying to okay, looking at TradingView, what's this? Okay, type it in here. What's the stop loss? Type it in. So it's kind of, for me, it's a lot easier and faster. And you have a bigger screen as well. I hate trying to figure out what a trader is doing on my phone screen because it's so small. So yeah, I wanted to share this because a couple of people were asking about it, and I was actually in a trade the other day, and on US 30. And my it was dropping like crazy. We were on the 5-minute chart, I think. I think it was back here. No. Let's see. It was. Anyway, it was dropping really fast, and basically I was just dragging. So let's just say my TP was here. I was dragging my TP down as it was dropping, and then dragging my stop loss down as well, so that trailing my stop loss and changing my TP at the same time, just like this, as it was dropping, and managing the trade that way. And you can't do that on your phone, right? It's too slow. So, because it was impulsing down. So that's one of the reasons I really like trading on here, because I can change my trade really easily and quickly, especially if you're scalping open in bell or trying to catch a news impulse. This is really, really convenient. Let's see what else can I show you guys. Oh, you can also do Fibonacci on here for those of you that like fibs. You just click and drag, and then you right click, or you double click and right click and go to fib properties, and you can change the color so that you don't go blind. And you can set up fibs and pretty much do almost anything. You can draw a horizontal line, double click if you want to measure, or not measure, but mark a checkpoint in your trade. I normally do this on here so I can see, okay, when the candle hits this, I'm taking partials, and then when it hits this level, I'll take partials. I don't really use fibs a whole lot when I'm trading DLO, but if that's your thing and you kind of like to use it to see where a high level of reversal is or something, that is how you do that. And then you can also mark up with text and stuff. I don't do it, but you can put text on the screen on here as well, just like TradingView. Let's see. Any questions? Let me check the chat. Is this being recorded? Yes. Can you show your trail again? Okay, yeah, sure. So this is a indice trade. This is US 30 mini. I'm in profit a couple of points, like 1.5 points. So if I were to come here and try to set up a trailing stop, I would go in here, and 1.5 points is how much I'm in profit right now. So I wouldn't set a trailing stop on this trade just yet. But if let's just say I was 50 points in profit on here, I could set a trailing stop, and it would be the stop loss. It would automatically move the stop loss up as my trade moves into profit by this amount. So the stop loss would basically be 1.5 points, or 15 points, sorry, beneath my beneath the current price of my trade. You can also, on here, if you want to help manage your emotions, show points instead of price on each trade. Sometimes I do that so that I don't look at the amount of money. I just look at how many pips, and then when I hit my pip goal, then I close the trade, and then I check and see how much money that is. So sometimes that kind of helps manage the emotion, and you're not like, oh, I made $20, let me close before it goes away. It helps to keep your perspective and focus on, keeping the emotion out of your trading. So you can change it from profit from points to currency if you choose, whatever you prefer. Let's see. If you want to scroll to the left, you can just take off this, unclick this, and then you can scroll to the left, and it won't auto scroll back to the current price. And you just scroll on your mouse, and then it'll take you back in time. All right, so let's see. Any other questions on this so far? Yep, it does make managing a trade easy. Can you monitor your trades when you leave the house? Yes, you can go on your MT4 and you will see your trades on your phone once you link the same account to your phone and your MT4 on your laptop. So you can do everything that you normally do on your phone once you enter the trade. If you have to leave the computer, that is fine. That works perfectly. Can I still trade the same broker account from my MT4? Yes, you can. Exactly. That's exactly what I have. I have all my accounts on both. So let's see what else. Oh, you can also, I haven't done this in a while, but you can sync this to your phone and set alerts on here as well. I don't really use it often, to be honest, but you can set alerts on here. If you right click and go to trading, you can click alert here, and it will alert you when the candlesticks hit this price point on your phone. But what you have to do is you have to go into options and then go to, let's see, where is it? It's in here somewhere. So 1 second. Oh, notifications. And then you click enable and push notifications. And then in your phone, you have to go in your MT4 and there's a meta quotes ID for each account on your phone. 1 second, let me see if I can find it on here real quick. One second. Here it is. So on your phone, I don't know if you guys can see my video. Let me do this. Oh, you can't see because of my background. 1 second. I'm gonna sign on with my phone real quick. and then share my phone screen so you guys can see. 1 second. Let me unshare. Log in on my phone, and then I'm gonna share my phone screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Um, okay, so I'm gonna share my phone screen. Okay, can you guys see my phone screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So I am on my phone, MT4. You come here and you press settings at the bottom right corner, and then you go to chat and messages, and then meta quotes ID. And right here, down here, you take that code, and then you go back to your computer and you type in that code in the window. Let me share my screen again. Okay. With emails and stuff, it can send you emails, but I don't mess with that. But yeah, you can set alerts on here and it'll pop up as a notification on your phone. The only thing with that, I think this terminal has to be on and your computer has to be open in order for those alerts to work, I believe. But again, I don't use them very often, so I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, that's how that works. And then let's see. Any questions? Any other questions? I think this is a good place to pause and see if, and you can also move the alert by dragging and dropping and delete. And then you can also enter by limit or cell limits at that point from like just right-clicking here, or click on the right-click on the chart, click new order. There's a lot of ways to do the same stuff. So you can right-click on a pair and then click new order. And you can also, I forgot to show this, you can look at multiple windows at a time on here, like this. And if you want to change the pair on a window, you can just click, drag, and drop, and it'll change that pair. If I want to change to USD CAD, drag and drop, and it'll change that window to USD CAD. So that's pretty cool as well. If you are managing multiple trades, you can look at multiple charts at the same time. And if you don't want to look at multiple anymore, you just click on this again, and it actually, let's just go again. Oh, you have to, or you can just maximize one screen, right? And then it'll do that. Right, so let's see. You also have a list of indicators on the left here that you can drag and drop onto the screen if you want to, you mess with other indicators. There's all kinds of stuff here. There is a way to, add custom indicators on here. I don't really use it like that, so I'm not going to really talk about it too much, but if you are into coding and stuff, you can make custom indicators on here and integrate it with your MT4 on here and add it to your chart. There's a marketplace that you can buy indicators and stuff on MQL5 market, You can buy indicators on there. I don't mess with any of that because TDI is all we really need and moving averages. So I don't really mess with any of that stuff either. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't really do a whole lot else on here. That's pretty much what I look at. Um, how I use this, and I find it to be very, very effective, very um, uh, efficient when managing trades, especially fast-moving trades. You really it's very hard to manage a trade effectively. By the time, sometimes if you want to move your stop loss, by the time you get into your phone and change the number, it already hit or it's too late. Um, and then you have to like look back and forth. What number am I changing it to? And it's a lot. So um, let's do. We had a request to look at some at identifying delos. So I'm gonna run through that real quick on a pair and just like mark every delo on a pair for the next 10, 15 minutes. And if you guys have any questions, you can unmute and let me know. Um, and we will do that in a second. Let me switch up my screen sharing.